Hello everybody, welcome to another video. This is going to be a very basic how to fly from one airport to another using autopilot flight navigation. I want San Francisco International to be my arrival airport, so set as arrival. I'm going to set up Hayward Executive as my departure, but I want to pick a parking spot so we can show you how to turn on the aircraft. I'll click ramp GA small, click set as departure. Okay. Now what you want to do is look at your flight plan, click EFP right here, click flight planner, click route. It should automatically create a flight plan for you. You just want to check it. We want to make it a VFR flight. Instead of less base, I'm going to change it to straight auto. Click change procedure. Okay, that's been changed. Now runway is going to be 19 left. We want to check something here. Click arrival port information, go to runways, check 19 left. Okay, so 0 knots, 0 knots. Okay, this doesn't look right, but okay, we'll take this. Normally you'll have a little bit of headwind and crosswind. You want to make sure it's not a tailwind at all. You want to make it a headwind, and you want very little crosswind. Anyway, that looks good, so we won't worry about that. For flight altitude, I'm just going to put in 1,200 feet. Click enter. One thing I like to do before sending to ATC and avionics, click navlog. I like to start the stopwatch so I can increase and decrease the sim rate and make sure I'm in real time. I always like to make sure it's a VFR flight so we can set our own altitude basically. Come back to route. This looks all set up. So I'm going to go send to ATC and avionics. Click OK. I'll click this off. We'll go ahead and jump in. Okay, here we are at parking. Now, if you want full immersion, you could take everything, remove everything off as need be. But what I like to do is I like to press Alt Q to remove everything at once because I'm lazy. Okay, let's go ahead and jump in. Let's show you how to turn on the aircraft. First thing you want to do, set the fuel selector to both. Select the fuel mixture to full rich. Your throttle in about 1/4 of an inch or about 6%, between 6 and 7%. What I like to do as an extra step is give in takeoff flaps. One set of flaps, be on my keyboard. Not sure what it is for PS5. Takeoff flaps are set. Now what you want to do is come down here, arm the standby battery. Then click master battery and alternator on. Turn on the beacon light. That's just let everybody know that you're turning on the aircraft. Then what you want to do, set the magneto to both. Then if you have a handler, you want to signal them that you're turning on the aircraft. Or you just yell out prop clear, make sure the prop area is clear. Start the engine. Pull to start. Hold it down. When it starts, let it go. Okay, now what you want to do is turn on everything else. Avionics masters 1 and 2 or buses 1 and 2. Turn on your strobe light. We'll keep that on and just until we've reached the runway. Also your taxi lights, navigation lights. I'd like to turn on cabin power 12 volt. Pitot heat and fuel pump is only for cold starts and cold weather below freezing or near freezing. But since it's 19 degrees Celsius, about almost 70 degrees Fahrenheit, we don't have to worry about that, so we'll keep that off. Now you want to click Shift 2. Come over here to second Garmin. You can click Enter or click here to turn on the second Garmin to bring it up. Now, the flight procedure is not going to load the approach by itself. You have to load in the approach yourself. So we're going to come over here, click Procedures, scroll down to Select Approach, click Enter. Now we know it's runway 19 left, visual for 19 left. Just scroll down to visual 19 left, click enter, scroll down to straight, click enter, scroll down to load, do not activate, click enter for load. Obstacle clearance is not provided for visual approaches, keep that in mind, but we'll be over the water so we should be okay. Click enter again. 838 feet, we'll have to remember this number. Right now what we're going to do is we're going to set up autopilot. Now we know we need to be at 838 feet, so I'm going to go slightly above this I'm going to give in 1,000 feet as my flight altitude. I want to come down here to altitude. Large FMS knob for thousands of feet, small for hundreds of feet. So we have 1,000 feet set. You can see that here. Then you're going to click vertical speed mode, and you're going to click nose up. I'll make it about 1,000 feet a minute climb rate. You don't want to go too high with it, but make sure you've reached a good speed before you enable autopilot for the climb. Anyway, that's set up. Altitude set 1,000 feet, 1,000 feet a minute climb rate for vertical speed. That's been enabled. Now the heading bug will be this blue thing right here, this little blue dot. With heading knob, you want to line it up so it intercepts the GPS line. And once we've reached the GPS line, we can follow that to the airport. Now what you want to click over here is click heading bug. Heading bug is enabled. You can see that here in green, HDG heading bug. Heading mode enabled, vertical speed enabled for 1,000 feet a minute climb rate for 1,000 feet. Now that's set and ready to go. Since everything's set, I'll see you on the runway. Okay, here we are on the runway. I want to make sure your flaps are set. And for extra immersion, turn off the strobe light and taxi lights. Leave on the navigation and beacon lights always. Now to take off, you want to give it full throttle, and that will be referred to as takeoff speed set. Now you want to watch everything to make sure everything's good in the green on the right side here. Vertical speed's enabled. We already have V1, rotate around 60 knots, around there. Don't want to take off too steeply. Now preferably you want to be above 80 knots before you take out the 1 notch flaps that you have set. Above 80 knots, flaps up. I'm still flying the plane manually. I'm going to go ahead and set up autopilot. Now what I want to do is adjust my heading bug. You can see that here. You can see that better right here. Then click navigation mode right here. And it's automatically switched over from heading bug to navigation to GPS navigation. You can see that here, GPS is in green. And that just means it will follow the GPS line to the airport. That's what we've done there. We've also already reached flight altitude of 1,000 feet. Now what we want to do is come over here, flight plan. Now we know on the final, just before the runway, we need to be at 838 feet. I'm going to round that down to 800. I'm going to come over here to flight altitude and set this to 800 feet. Then click vertical navigation mode. Make sure that's armed. You can make sure it's armed here. You'll see 800 feet. V path in white is on standby. Now we can see if we have a top of descent, which we do. It's right here, a little hard to see. Okay, we'll see you once we get to the final. Okay, here we are about to turn on to final. So what you want to do is you want to come down here, click approach mode. It's be right here. It won't be able to arm until you've reached final. So wait for it to change over. It's changed over. Now click approach mode. Approach mode has been enabled, and when that's done, it's activated glide path. It's put the glide path on standby. The glide path is this little diamond here. We should intercept it. We are here and it's here. Once we've done that, the autopilot will fly that down to the runway vertically on its own. The glide path has come in. Now the plane is following that to the runway all by itself. All we have to do is manage speed. Autopilot's doing everything for us. And take the speed back just a little bit. Now what you want to do is just set up for landing. You want to come down here to your flaps. To set 1 notch flaps, you need to be below 110 knots. And to set up 2nd notch flaps, you need to be below 85 knots. So we'll keep that in mind. We can watch the speed right here. We're below 100 knots, so I'm going to put in 1 notch flaps. It'll be on your keyboard. I'm not sure what it is for PS5. That's going to slow down the plane some more. We can look down here. 1 notch flaps has been set. It's not slowing down fast enough, so I'm going to take out some speed just to get below 90 knots, or 85 knots, sorry. Okay, I'm below 85 knots now. I'm going to put in the 2nd notch of flaps, then set about half throttle. At least that's what I do. Okay, now we're going to take off autopilot and fly it in ourselves.
Radar contact 2 miles northeast of San Francisco, 300. Altimeter tree 0 tree 4.
Keep a low speed, take out your throttle.
Roger. Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra.
I have my throttle set to about 1/4.
San Francisco Tower. Cessna Alpha Sierra
Flare.
X-ray Golf Sierra is 1 mile northeast, -300.
Barely
with
flaring.
Whiskey to land.
Just keep it off the ground as long as you can. Let it come in.
X-ray Golf Sierra, San
There it
Francisco
is.
Tower. Altimeter tree 0 tree 4.
Hard on the
Enter by
brakes.
Traffic runway 19 left.
Now all we have to do is exit the runway. Usually you'll stop here, request clearance for parking, to taxi to parking. We're not going to do that. We're just going to stop the aircraft here, show you how to turn off the aircraft. Set your parking brake. Basically the easy thing is put your flaps all the way up. That's just an extra step. Take your fuel mixture all the way out, throttle all the way out, and just turn off all your switches here. Everything to off. Turn off avionics 1 and 2, master battery and alternator, and standby battery. Now everything is off. Set the magneto back to off, and set the fuel selector to left or right. And voila, that is how you fly from one airport to the other. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, think about giving a like, think about subscribing. I hope this helped. This is only for new players or any people that are having trouble with the game. See you in the next one. Peace.